Welcome everybody. Just before we start the briefing about the process for the Unitary Plan, just to introduce myself, I'm Penny Purritt. I'm the Director of Regulatory Services at Auckland Council, and I have the overall responsibility of seeing the Unitary Plan through to its decision process. I have with me John Dogood, who is the General Manager of Plans and Places, which is the lead department in the Council who's been leading the Unitary Plan process. So we really invited you here today to brief you on what we see as the next exciting milestone in the whole process of the Unitary Plan. As you've been aware, the Unitary Plan has been developed over a number of years, and we are now at the stage that the Independent Hearings Panel, who has heard all of the submissions on the Unitary Plan, is going to be delivering its recommendations to us around 4 o'clock this Friday. So we have been advised by the panel that their recommendations will take the form of two main sets of documentations. One is a summary report that sets out the panel's approach to how they've considered the submissions and had the hearings, how they're dealing with questions like in scope, out of scope, how they're going to reflect key Environment Court decisions, things like the King Salmon decision in their recommendations, and they will then follow that up with 60 specific reports that will focus on particular parts of the plan, and those reports will indicate any changes that they are recommending and the reasons for those changes. On top of that, they will also be sending through to us their recommended version of the Unitary Plan. So it's not going to be a track change document, it will be a clean version of what they believe the Unitary Plan should be changed to reflect. So that's going to be quite a challenge for us as staff to go through what we believe is over 1,000 pages of recommendations and reports, and then the whole of the Unitary Plan in a clean version. And those of you who have been with us on this journey will know that the Unitary Plan is a fairly large and complicated document. So what is happening over the weekend is that a limited number of staff will be going through the Unitary Plan recommended version plus the reports of the panel. There's two reasons for doing that. One is that we have been told in public forums that the panel has changed the format of the plan in terms they've shifted sections round to better reflect what they think is a more appropriate format, which means we're going to have to spend the weekend working out how to navigate through the plan to understand where changes might be. And secondly, what we will be looking for are key policy shifts that the panel are recommending from the notified version. We are not going to be drilling down into an in-depth analysis in the weekend, we just don't have the time. But the reason we're doing that is so that we can brief our councillors and local board chairs on Wednesday morning about how to navigate the plan, so how they can find their way around the plan, and also what are the key policy shifts that they need to be aware of, and that might focus them into areas that they want to read more of the reports on. That briefing isn't confidential on Wednesday morning, and the reason for that is that it's important that they, as the decision makers, are the first ones to get access and understand the plan. After that, we will do a media briefing, and then the plan goes up onto the website with the recommendations of the panel. So both the reports from the panel and their recommended version will go up onto the website. We will then be spending the next, I think it's about 12 days, I haven't quite counted them, between the 27th and the 10th of August as staff analysing the issues that the councillors have particularly asked us to focus on, but also the whole of the plan. And then we will commence on the 10th of August open decision-making meetings of the council, and they're booked on the 10th, 11th and 12th of August, and then we recommence if we need to on the following Monday, which is the 15th, 16th, 17th and 18th. And then we are required through the legislation on the 19th to actually publish the Council's decisions on the Unitary Plan.